Okay. So, where are we now in terms of Troost Village?
Troost Village is actually starting to take some roots. We started these 4 classes to introduce people to the idea of a village concept. It started with this idea of, first week was doing internal work, the idea of getting to know yourself and hopefully connect with spiritual life before you begin to export that to other people. The second idea had to do with your relationship with others, the idea that we're no man as an island and that we're really better together. The third idea had to do with being in this position of shared resources around the old story of stone soup, when they all brought together their different things and had a much better experience by sharing their resources rather than just trying to do it on their own. And then the fourth idea we call 85-15, which means really that 85% of what we need is really within walking distance. And we just need to find out who's around us and what's around us and discover the power of a village. And then the 15% we collaborate with outside of the village. Well, that's led us to a next step, which is we're conducting a listening campaign, joining together with CCO, other businesses, neighborhood associations, faith-based groups, and social service agencies to intentionally go between Prospect and Broadway, which is basically a mile in any direction, and from Brush Creek Boulevard down to 18th Street. So it's like from our corner going in any different direction, 1 mile, and beginning to ask 4 key questions. What do you like most about your neighborhood? What do you like the least? If there's one thing you could change, what would it be? And are you willing to be part of making a change happen? And then those people that says yes, we want to gather them together to be able to really go deeper in the sense of being a village. And it's exciting to see some of the things that are actually happening around that. Some of the other ideas that we're looking at now is a connecting with called the Community Development Credit Union. We're hoping to have a branch called Troost Village Credit Union to help with not just people fixing up their own individual houses, but actually beginning to help us with doing some local entrepreneurial efforts in this neighborhood that we're in. And to one of the exciting things that's happening in the very near future is finally a healthy grocery store that's in walking distance. We're one of those areas that suffered from the urban desert. And the other thing that's picking up regarding that is people actually planting gardens, people talking together, people beginning to discover the power of growing and finding a way for us to sustain this ourselves locally. So all of those little shoots are starting to take some root and beginning to come up, and so it's a good feeling to see people actually moving from me to we and out of a silo mentality where all these groups are just competing for their own resources and beginning to ask the deeper question of how can we do this together. So.
Thank you, Father. That's great.
That's good?
I think we covered it all. Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You did it. You did a good job. Okay. Do you think